Welcome to the Washdown podcast, episode number 46. And this week we sat down with Scott Nelson. Scott's been in law enforcement for almost 20 years, and the last 12 and a half of that has been in the K-9 division. So before that, he was a volunteer fireman. So we have a great conversation. Hope you guys enjoy it. So episode number 46, the Washdown podcast with guest Scott Nelson.
He kind of looks like Danny DeVito.
What are you talking about?
Oh, no. You know that's not what I meant.
Exactly. You can't be Schwarzenegger.
He's closer to Schwarzenegger than you are.
What, because he's tall? Schwarzenegger's not exactly a giant.
He's like, what, 6'2"?
That's how tall
Yeah,
I am.
something like that.
I'm 6'2".
Yeah. I mean,
I wore a baggy shirt, so you can't see.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's a 4X
Yeah.
over there.
Well, see,
I wear medium.
He's wearing a black shirt, so it's slimming, so it makes him look smaller.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
You know that's fake, right?
I know. You got a lot of black shirts, and it don't help.
Nope.
It's stripes. You guys wear stripes. Horizontal, not vertical.
That
Or is
doesn't
it the other way around?
Yeah. Horizontal stripes make you look slimmer,
Yeah. Sure they do.
supposedly.
Mm-hmm. No, they make you look wider. Vertical stripes make you look slimmer.
Taller. You could be Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the right color pattern. God, I love this episode already.
We could be brothers. I mean, we could be.
Well, yeah.
We might be related.
Maybe, you never know. Somewhere down that line. Not a whole lot of us walking around.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking he was more like The Rock. I'm the Jason Statham, and then you got Kevin Hart over there.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's where we're going to go?
Like, you're funny for like 5 minutes, and then you're just annoying the rest of the time.
Right, and I just keep telling the same jokes over and over
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
You're like that bit actor. When Kevin Hart's a bit actor, he's amazing. When he tries to carry a movie, I'm like, I'm out, man. I like him. I think he's funny,
Yeah.
but
My wife would probably say the same thing. I'm great in small doses.
that's why she married you.
Yeah. It's because I'm gone all the time?
Sure. We'll go with that. Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Why are you gone all the time? You're a firefighter. You work like 1 day a week.
We work a 24 on, 48 off. If you would like me to educate you, I can.
I'm just jealous.
Red team.
Dude, yeah. I have tried to figure out you guys' schedule, which, by the way, Scott, welcome to the podcast.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for doing it. Yeah, I've tried to figure out you guys' schedule, and it's like, well, yeah, I work. This is my days week. This is my nights week, and then I'm like, okay, that I don't get that.
We don't do that. We're not on a wheel, but we work usually 4 on, 4 off, and then when you work your 5 on, 3 off, it's your weekends.
Okay.
So if you're working weekends, then you get the weekdays off. So, but yeah, we don't flip flop days, PMs, dog watch.
Okay.
So I pick
24
my
is
own
easy.
days off. So
Oh,
and I'm on days, so that's pretty nice.
yeah. So you're kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So
You sure you guys aren't brothers?
We got the same last name, buddy.
I know,
Yeah.
but you got the same mentality over there.
I mean, heck, maybe I could be your dad. We have the same name.
Yeah, you and my dad do have the same thing. If I remember right, you and my brother have the same middle name.
Thomas.
Yep.
Yeah.
wow.
Don't feel
Weird.
bad. You have the same name as my sister.
That's all right.
Yes.
That's a pretty woman, too. Oh, well.
Okay.
Next subject.
Yeah. So,
I knew I should have stayed home today.
yep, but you didn't.
Laid on the couch, played with the dogs.
Worked out.
Aren't you
Yeah,
glad?
I ran the backyard with the dogs. I chased one down.
I mean,
Aren't you glad
firefighters are always working out.
Yeah. Well, some of us.
I did a couple 12-ounce curls.
Some of us.
Yeah. That like
When you're this
know.
pretty, you don't have to work out. The stuff he still can't do, I'm like, I got this. Get out of the way. It's too heavy for you.
Oh, he's captain now.
It doesn't mean anything to anybody.
He just drives the SUV around.
Yeah, he drives the fire
I did
SUV.
that the other day. Yeah.
He's the safety officer.
Yeah, I did it one time. I don't think I care for that job.
Awful.
It's weird. It really is weird going from being the person doing everything to going, hey, that doesn't look safe. I mean, no. I
It
don't,
wouldn't be fun.
Yeah. I mean, and it's a very needed job. And, like, if I probably do it as I do it more, I'll get more comfortable with it. But
It's all about confidence. And
yeah, it was weird the first time. So, and of course, we have a fire on my very first day. So it's like, okay, I don't know what to do. I'm new. So, yeah.
you got told to go stand in the corner, didn't you?
No, I just went and stood in the corner by myself,
Mhm.
all on my own.
And everybody watched you. Good. Now sit.
You guys got the big clipboard with the whole instant command thing going?
No, we only do that whenever it's like a really
Real big
big
one.
yeah.
Yeah. To regular house fire, we don't do
Yeah.
that.
No.
So that comes in a span of control, and whenever you have just a bunch of people moving around, then you need that.
Right.
But otherwise, it's battalion chief can usually keep track of his guys pretty well, I think, for the most part. So.
Yep.
So, enough about me.
That's his favorite subject.
I could talk about me all day long and all night long, but then, we'd be losing subscribers so fast. I mean, we're up to 73 now, so we want to keep those. That
How
we
many
got.
email accounts do you have? Because I've got like 20.
We're not going to talk about that, Chris. We said we weren't going to talk
No,
about that.
you said you weren't going to talk about that. I never said that.
Anyway, Scott, how'd you get into law enforcement?
Oh, boy. I actually started off as a firefighter. I was a volunteer fireman at the age of 18 back in upstate New York.
What went wrong?
I became friends with the town cops, and they're like, hell with being a fireman, let's be a cop.
He drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I did drink the Kool-Aid. I kind of regret it now. I got just over 20 years on the department. I have about a year and a half upstate New York, and I should have been a firefighter.
Well, I mean, obviously, you have to enjoy it somewhat, though, to
Oh, I
stay
love
in
my
it
job. Love
yeah.
the job. It's never the same. I couldn't be a detective and sit behind a desk. I'm like, you guys, put me on the truck, let me hit the door, let me go in, interior attack, do that type of thing. It's the same thing with law enforcement. I mean, I think we're all cut out of the same cloth, if you know what I mean, with the job we do. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's so many similarities.
Oh yeah.
Personality types that are attracted to the job, the culture. I mean, we've got our own little quirks,
Yeah.
You guys, us, military, but there's a lot of similarities there.
Yeah.
Stuff kind of goes away on scene, too, when you run with each other.
Right.
The jokes get made.
Oh yeah. There's
Yeah.
always jokes.
Oh, yeah. Great jokes. My first interaction with that, quick sidebar story. So it was whenever I think I had like a year and a half on, maybe 2 years on. We're at this call up north over here, and this cop walks up to me and he goes, "Hey man, you know what cops and firemen have in common?" And I'm like, "Well, no, what?" And remember, I'm still brand new, and I'm still like super like, He's like, "Well, yeah, they all wanted to be cops." And I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that. Fuck you or what?
I think we'd all want to be firemen now.
Yeah. So let's talk about that for a second. The past, let's say, year and a half, just the social climate culture in our country has shifted dramatically, and especially for you guys. How has that affected how you do what you do?
It doesn't affect anything. I mean, we still go out there and do our job. It's just makes it hard. It's because you got to put that uniform on and go out and basically put your life on the line. I mean, look what happened in Independence. You got a young man who's a freaking warrior, answered the calling. I mean, that stuff happens and it just breaks your heart, but you still have to put the uniform on and go out and do it no matter what the circumstances are. But I mean, it's just, I mean, look at the guys stuff you guys went through with down on the avenue, you know, losing your two. You guys still got to go out and do your job, and still got to do it. It just makes it harder.
It does, but that's also how, and you learn that when you come in to the either department and in both departments. That's how you honor each other.
Right, absolutely.
Because they wouldn't want you, if they were still there, they'd be like, don't stop working because I got hurt or because I got killed.
Yeah.
Like, no, get on that rig and do your job.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a risk that coming into the game, you never really think it's going to be you, but it's always there in the back of your mind. It's a possibility.
Always could be.
Anytime the bell goes off or you get that call, is it? And if anybody says it's not in the back of their mind, they're lying.
Absolutely.
Well, and I think the second that you stop at least being aware of it, you're setting yourself up. Because I think
makes you sharper.
Yeah. There's always, and you can debate it all you want, up one side and down the other, and from different angles, but a little bit of fear is healthy. And if the day that you're not afraid to go into a burning building, and I'm not talking about that whole blubbering in the front yard fear. I'm talking about just that almost respect for what you're doing. That's the day that you need to hang it up and go home.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I think
you can't Monday morning quarterback anybody either. I think that's the worst thing for either one of our professions to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't Monday morning quarterback it, but sitting down and looking at it.
And learning.
Okay, this was the mistake we made. This is how we fix it going forward.
Absolutely.
But not nitpicking. I would have done this. I would have done that. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Like the fear and the respect. I think a great way to explain it would be with MMA, right? So a lot of people watch MMA. It's huge fighting. Anderson Silva. He was on top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
He got overly cocky and he quit fearing opponents. And what happened? He got kicked in the face. Lost. Because he lost that edge, which having that respect for your opponent, that way people at home understand kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
A little easier.
Okay. So you're trying to make it palatable for everybody now?
Dictionary word.
Yep.
He gets word of the day on his phone.
That was on toilet paper roll.
He spends a lot of time in there, too.
Hey, man.
Must be the protein he's drinking.
Yeah. That's what he says.
There's nothing wrong with being regular. It's healthy.
6 times a day. 6.
Probably a great number 2.
Hey, for every meal.
Got to make room.
Yep.
No.
You don't want that stuff sitting in there stagnating.
No. We'd be on the rig honking, hey, let's go. No, I'm going to do my thing, man.
Well, I mean, you guys sit in the firehouse and eat all day. Eat, work out, watch TV, wash the truck.
Well, yeah. Citizens pay for that truck.
Yeah.
It's going to look good. Mop out the inside.
Those first 2 ladder trucks you guys got from Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
I had a buddy back that I was in the fire department with back in New York who works for Pierce. Sent me a picture of them sitting in your guys' trucks. Well, it was up in Wisconsin.
Nice. Maybe he's the guy we need to talk to about how the windows break all the time.
He didn't work out of that office.
It's all good.
Cops.
Yeah.
Well, those vests are too tight sometimes.
It's the duty belt.
It's the duty belt, yeah. Which, by the way,
Squeezes the blood to your head.
those things are awful.
Oh, yeah.
We had to cut an officer out of a car, and the duty belt was hung up. And they're like, just take my duty belt off. And I'm like, you're going to have to show me how. It snapped here and here and here and here. Okay. Trauma shears.
Got it.
Yep. Make it easy.
Yep.
I remember we ran one years ago, and the cop, she was messed up. She was hurt pretty bad. She could still stand, but you could tell The lights were on, but nobody was home. She got T-boned on a call.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
That's the call I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Had the sergeant freaking out about the duty belt and the gun. Like, dude, we'll get you the gun. Relax, man.
Yeah. I mean,
That's important.
I mean, let's be honest. Firemen usually have a lot of guns.
yeah. You don't want that one. It's not so good. Here,
Yeah.
take this one.
Yeah, I'll get you a better one. Hang on.
Oh, so, tell us about your career, man. Where'd you start out, like, as far as patrol?
I worked the field for 5 years, and then I went to the SWAT team for 3, and then I've been in K-9 for just over 12 and a half.
So what's that transition like from just in the field to SWAT?
So anywhere on the department, you got to basically test for it. You just, hey, I want to go try this. You have to put in through the process.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be like a written test, interview, practical exercises. So like SWAT team, you had to shoot. You had to do agility course to show that you're physically fit to be able to do everything. K-9's the same way. You have no K-9 experience when you put in for this stuff, so it's not like it's hard, but they show you how to put a choke chain on. You got to put the choke chain on the right way, and then you hook the dog up to a leash and basically go for a walk. I don't know commands. It's just that you're not scared of the dog.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to pick the dog up, step over basically a bench, and then you got to put the bite suit on, take a couple bites, and that's it. And then you got to do an oral interview with the commanders and the sergeants of the unit, and they just want to make sure you fit. And then once there's an opening for anywhere, you get to go, and that's where you go.
And then the real training begins, I would assume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We should go out and get a video of Moran in a bite suit.
I will pay money for that.
Me too.
That ain't that bad.
No,
You just feel
but it'd be
pressure.
funny.
It'd be funny.
You just feel pressure.
Yeah. It would be funny watching him run in the bite suit. But I don't even care about the dog biting him. I want to watch him run in the bite suit.
It ain't easy.
No, I want to see him get bit too.
So what do they, so tell us what typical, like, what do they have you guys do? Like,
In K-9?
yeah.
We go where that's, where it's busy, like we were talking about with the job, we're all the adrenaline junkies. So, I'm going to the shootings, I'm going to a car chase, a foot chase, anything like that. I'm listening for the guys that I know that are out, that are the good guys that find drugs and stuff like that. And because I have a drug dog. So I don't like sitting around and not doing anything. I like to stay busy for my shift, and you just head to those calls. And if you're not needed, you go to the next one.
Okay. So it's more about being proactive.
Yeah, you're proactive. I have a tool for the guys that are working out in the field, so I want to have my tool available to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting dispatched on accidents and, DV assaults and 911 hang-up calls from what used to be like a coin phone. They're not out there no more. But, I'm not going to that stuff, if I look in the computer and I see that there's, an intrusion alarm that's been holding for a while, I may roll to that and go walk the perimeter, make sure that's nothing, and then I can clear the call out of the
So
system.
if you do that, do you take your dog with you?
Oh, yeah.
So so you almost use it as training for the dog.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to get them out, and that way if something pops off, I got them with me.
Let me give him my address. That way, if my address comes up, you can come walk it.
Absolutely. We do it.
Yeah.
Well, it works. Practice. Just
Yeah.
got like automatic alarms for us. It's a dry run
Yeah.
for if you do get a high-rise fire
Right.
or building fire in that area.
So do you guys have like formalized training for you and the dog, or what's
We
that?
train 1 day a week.
1 day a week.
Yeah, like today was our training day. So we trained all day today and every week.
So tell
Now,
us,
like when you get a new dog, now you're in training. Like I have a brand new dog, and I'm basically unplugged. So I have a drug dog, so we are drug certified now. And I've had him for maybe a month and a half now, and then we're working on the patrol certification because we do go out and find the bad guy that's hiding and not wanting to give up.
is that a national certification, or is
Yes.
that
Yeah.
okay?
Yep. There's so many different national certifications, but we certify through, it's called the MPCA. But yeah, it's a nonprofit, and pay the money, and you get the judges come, certify, and have a nice stressful day of testing.
And the dog's just happy.
Well, you hope. I mean, dogs are just like us, you know. Sometimes they have bad days, and it's like, hope he has a good day today because we're getting tested.
Yeah. Whenever I was a kid, my dad raised black and tan coonhounds.
Mhm.
So, I mean, yeah, you never really know what you're going to get. I mean, you hopefully, whenever you drop the tailgate and you send them out, you hope they're going to have a good night and get on a good track and actually find a coon in a tree instead of chasing a possum or a deer or whatever else they could possibly be chasing.
Right.
Or just going out, circling back, and coming and sitting by you and just looking at you like, hey.
They're fun to work. I mean, it's probably the most rewarding job on the department, if you ask me.
Didn't you work in the helicopter division for a little bit? Or was
No,
that
it's where
just,
we were stationed out of.
Oh, okay.
It's where the old station for the K9 unit was, and we got to go up in that thing, though, many times.
Yeah, I want to do that.
It's fun. It's been many years since I've gone up, but yeah.
I've never been in a helicopter. I don't really know that I want to.
It's way better than a plane.
Really?
Yeah. Until you're flying with one of the pilots. And I was like, so, we were out there for, I don't even remember when we moved to the new unit. I'm going to say we were probably out there 8 years, right? Shared the office with the helicopter guys. And so I got to fly with them a lot, and I always have questions. I mean, it's just like if I go to the firehouse and sitting there talking to you guys, I'm like, how does this work?
Yeah.
Why do you guys do it this way? Why don't you do it this way? I'm just nosy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So I'm nosy up there with those guys, and trying to, like, literally, I'm like looking at the rotor on the top, and I'm like, it's kind of weird. And they're like, just picture it as a frisbee. Like when you throw a frisbee and it kind of hooks real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the helicopter. It's just like that. And so I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then I'm like, let's go up. Like, how do you guys do your emergency landings and all this? So then I get to do all this stuff with them. And then I'm like, how much time, like reaction time, do you have if you lose an engine? I mean, we all know that a few years ago we had one come down safely with emergency landing. And he goes, because the helicopter does this. My arms go up. He literally drops this thing, and I was like, holy crap. Was not expecting that. And he goes, that's how much time you have. And I'm like, dang, that's not much time.
That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
I don't think there's a big margin for error
No.
flying those things.
And like one of my academy mates is up there right now. And like when he first went up there, I was like, you're going up there solo. Like, you can fly by yourself now, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, what if your engine goes out? I go, do you know how to do emergency landing? He goes, not really. Kinda. And I'm like,
You mean
so wait a minute.
it's a
I mean,
tactical
you can
landing?
fly it and you can land it and take off, all this stuff, but like, God forbid the bad thing happens. And he goes, yeah. I'm like, oh, nope. Because I was kind of interested going out there at one point, and I'm just like hearing that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd have gone. I still would have gone.
Ugh.
So we
No, I'm good.
we were in Myrtle Beach on vacation, and we did the helicopter tour. It was like 45 minutes. So these two come in, and one's all nice and safe when he lands. The other one's he's hauling ass whoop, whoop, down, but it wasn't rough. But you could see the people; they were a little white. I was like, I want that guy.
Yeah.
My wife was like, no. I'm like, no, I want that guy. You could tell he was the old military pilot. He was gonna be fun. Now we got the safe guy.
So let's go further with that without giving out names. He used to work at the amusement park here, head of security.
Yep.
And then he went, you know what I'm talking about? Vietnam pilot.
Mm-hmm.
So right before he left our department, I was like, I want to fly with you. And he's like, all right. So they had a big car chase not far from his house, not far from here. And so we go, and I just read his book because he'd written a book. And so I'm like, show me some stuff, you know? And so like literally 5 feet off the ground, going through a cornfield. And we're looking at trees. And the next thing you know, you're up and over. I mean, I was like, holy crap.
Yep, I want that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
So then we go down off of the east side. One of the main thoroughfares.
Mhm.
There's a little river that runs through there. And
Yep.
he freaking goes right down into it, the creek bed. And I'm literally like looking out the window like it was one of the old helicopters, not our new ones.
Not the new ones, yeah.
Yeah, the blue ones. And I'm literally looking at him, and like it's rock bed. I mean, that's how low we are. And so he goes, "This is my favorite place to fly." He goes, "This reminds me back of Vietnam." I'm like, holy crap! And then he like literally pops out of that, goes sideways. We go back to the ground, and so he was. If you read his book, which if you haven't read it, it's a phenomenal book. And so he had a minigun behind him. And so he kind of starts to flying like he would, like back and forth. And he goes, that way I have a field of fire and he had a field of fire. I'm just like, this is crazy. And then we pop up and we're chasing a freaking train down the tracks over there. And he goes, that's one story I didn't put in the book. But I'm like, you should put that in the book.
Absolutely put that in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys that flew in Vietnam, they had to fly that way. I mean, it was
That'd have been
ridiculous.
fun.
Yeah. If you ever listen to, I don't know if you listen to podcasts and stuff, but Jocko Willenick's got one, and he's interviewed a ton of Vietnam era guys and quite a few helicopter pilots and stuff, and just listening to those stories, man, you're like, you did what?
Yeah. Dudes are crazy. It was
Auto
crazy.
rotating in.
Yeah, that's the emergency landing stuff I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's not fun. I
Yeah.
mean, like they're doing that stuff, and you're like, literally, as soon as they start at your arms, it's like, where'd the gravity go?
Yeah. And well, they're doing that with helicopters that they'd never done it with before, like weren't designed to be doing that type of shit. And they're like, yeah, we're just gonna do this instead.
So let's hope it works.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I know there's one that he's retired now. See him all the time. Him and his girlfriend up at the bar not too far from here.
Oh,
Got volleyball courts.
He's got a beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who the guy that I was flying with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cool guy.
yeah, he is.
Super nice.
Oh yeah. They were good at it. We'd be out in the field, doing a search with the dog, and I'd be like, "Where's the helicopter?" I'm like, call them up. I want them.
Well, yeah,
It's a great freaking tool.
absolutely.
So
And the more tools that you can have in your tool bag, especially for you guys chasing bad guys, make it as safe as possible for
Yeah.
yourselves. I mean,
Yeah.
if they can see him from above and like, oh, hey, he's over there by that rock. Copy
Yeah.
that.
do it all the time.
Night vision, man.
Yeah.
Or
But like with the
thermal.
old helicopters, we didn't have it
Mm-mm.
because they just got it the last 4 or 5
It's
years.
expensive.
Yeah,
I would think.
I remember those old blue ones. They were.
those were Vietnam
Yeah.
helicopters.
I remember seeing when I was a
Literally.
little kid flying around.
I would think that, the whole night vision and thermal imaging on the helicopters and stuff, like, you guys would have had that for years.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Well, yeah. I mean, look how long it took us to get thermal imagers on the pumpers.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You
I
ever
get
seen those
that.
ones where they have them in the mask?
Oh, yeah.
For you
but-
guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
Well, they're built in. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's good enough to help. I mean, I would still have I would still use a camera for a search,
Mhm.
but it's good enough to help you see what's around you, right in front of you, and you can't see anything.
Is that normal equipment you guys take in with you now?
The what?
The camera.
Yeah. So every rig has a camera now.
But I mean, like any house fire or
Oh, yeah.
an unvacant or, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or occupied or a vacant house,
Yeah.
do you still take it in?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we consider every structure to be occupied.
Yeah.
until
confirmed that it's
yeah.
empty. So
because you never know. So like
right.
even we have this argument with other people. I mean, who don't know what we do. Because like, have you ever seen the documentary Burn about Detroit? So
yeah, because where they're burning all the vacant houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the commissioner's like, "Oh, we're gonna let them burn," but here's the thing: it's vacant, so there's no electricity coming, there's no gas, there's no water. How'd that fire start? Did somebody light it, or is there a homeless person they're trying to stay warm, and they're sleeping, and the fire got out of control?
Yeah, good
I
argument.
mean, it's still a human life, whether
Yeah.
they're homeless or not. They deserve the same respect everybody else gets.
Right.
Got to try.
I think people just get locked up on it's a vacant. No one's supposed to be there, so no one's in there.
And there is that.
Yeah.
But fire started somehow.
Right.
Yeah. Mice and matches is not a real excuse.
No.
Well,
I've never
you
seen
can't
them.
say it's arson until after the fact and the fire's out.
Yeah.
So how do you truly know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
So, yeah, is it more risk? Yes, but is it worth the risk? I mean, I think we all think so.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
and it's fun. That's a bonus.
well, yeah, that's true too. It is a lot more fun to go inside than stand outside and lob water through a window.
Yep.
I'd rather be inside than on the roof too.
Dude, the roof is fun.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
awesome. I kind of dig it.
When I was a volunteer, so I'm like, I think I was 18 when I got on, and then I think I moved out when I turned 23. I moved out here, and so I was probably like $1.50 who got stuck on the roof every freaking time. This guy. I'm like, I want to go inside. I want to go inside.
Yep.
I got stuck on the roof.
Yeah, but that's a very important job, though.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell when you have two good guys on the roof. I mean, there's a huge difference. Like, it's hot. Yeah, it's nice in here.
Yeah.
Right.
It's awesome. It takes all that heat, and then your visibility gets better. So it's nice having a good truck right next to you or in the house with you. Like when at the last station I was at, those guys were great.
So like, if you're at a station that doesn't have a truck,
You got to wait.
so you
Well, we still go in.
right, but you don't send two other guys up on the roof to handle it.
Nope.
Really?
No,
No,
because it's a 2 in 2 out rule. So
And so the way that ours is structured is everybody has a job, right? Everybody on the pumper has their job. Well, those jobs all revolve around getting water on the fire. And if somebody's not doing their thing and they're, say they're going to the roof to cut a hole, then you're lacking, somebody's not dragging hose or setting up the hydrant or something like that. So that's why we have the trucks. They're supposed to do the interior search and cut a hole. So we don't have enough people on a pumper to do both.
Yeah.
Now, if we rode 6 deep like New York does, yeah, we could do that, but
Because how many of you guys run deep?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The rescues run 5.
I'll tell you what's nice when you have that fifth guy. Every once in a while, you get like a brand new cadet. Man, that third person pulling hose line or fourth person pulling hose line is awesome because it takes so much away. I mean,
Oh,
just
yeah.
makes it easier.
Right.
And we had a day where we rode 5, and we had 3 fires. It was awesome. We rotated who had the nozzle, and everybody took a turn pulling, so you weren't worn out.
See, like back in the day when I was
That was a
doing
good
it,
day.
we had tanker trucks, man. We didn't have fire hydrants.
Well, that was the country.
I know, but there's so much hose. I hated rolling hose, man.
Yeah.
At the end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. That's why we all roll hose.
Or
Doesn't
throwing-
matter if you're on a truck or not.
That
We
was
all roll
the
hose.
worst
Roll
part.
hose.
Well, see, back home, we had to, we had a tanker truck, but most of the time, there was either a pond or a creek, and we just drafted.
Right.
So, guess who gets to hold the hose into the creek? The youngest person. Go for it.
Yeah.
Got to pay your dues.
Yeah, that sucked.
And honestly, we got a department next to us that has a tanker, a couple of them that we use, and it's not hard to draft.
No.
And it's not hard to use the pool they have set up and draft off of that. Just something that, as city firefighters, you don't do because you have hydrants everywhere, except for on the very outskirts of your city.
Or where the hydrants have been broken for years and years and years and never fixed.
Not here.
Yeah, we don't.
I
do
don't know
that.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ours get fixed.
Okay. We'll go with that. So yeah, and I mean the thing with using a tanker and the pool and all that stuff, it just takes a little bit of time to set up. Once you get it set up and you're operating it,
There ain't nothing prettier than a tanker relay.
oh yeah, it's awesome.
It's actually pretty cool to watch.
5,000 gallons right there.
Yep.
That's probably my favorite truck to drive. That thing was huge.
No, that would suck.
That thing was a beast.
I mean, you almost have to come to a complete stop before you make your turn.
Oh yeah, you roll that
Well,
sucker over.
It ain't hard.
Do you know if yours was baffled?
It was.
I would assume
Yeah,
it would
it
be.
was.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, you just. I'm stopping sometime.
Think about it, you got, what, 40,000 pounds of water in a tanker, 5,000 gallons.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 8.33 pounds a gallon, so just round down to 8.
My math sucks, so if you say so, you're right, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm almost surrounded by non-math people.
Why would you round down though? That's kind of an important.
It's to make it the easy math.
Well, yeah, but
So-
wouldn't you just round up and
So
say
you
that
get,
it's
so you get
actually
40,000, so you're probably right around
2 plus 2 is
40,
easy math.
45-ish, 46,000, roughly.
Okay, that's a
pounds.
6,000 pound difference. That's significant, Chris. That's not like
Yeah,
I'm
so
missing
when you're
one
making your
fry
turn,
out of
that-
my Happy Meal.
I better not be missing a fry.
I don't think you've ever missed a fry.
Yeah, I did. My brother almost got stabbed for it, too. I counted my fries before. I was like, I got 16. I go to the bathroom. Come back, I got 15. I'm mad. True story.
You shouldn't treat him like that, being separated at birth and all.
How is Dad?
Happy.
Oh,
Is he still working up there?
No, he sold it.
Oh, jeez. You'll
He's
make
happy.
sure I said hi.
I will. Yeah, come to the pool next year.
Pool? What pool?
They got a pool at their house.
Oh,
it'd be like a
It's gotta
family
be-
reunion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Walk up and be like, hi, Dad.
Just it's BYOB.
That's easy enough.
So with being a canine officer, it's just you and the dog in the car.
Hmm?
How's that like?
He doesn't talk back.
Well, that's true. I mean, I've had dogs that talked back. Like the one
I
up-
just closed the gate, man.
Yeah.
I'm done with you. Get back there.
Is that like, what am I trying to say here? Does that make it harder as far as, or make you more aware whenever you're going on scene of not, well, I would assume though that by the time you get there, there's other,
Usually there is, or I'm going with the district guys, on a hot call.
Yeah.
It was a big difference going from the SWAT team where I was with a person and then going to K9, and it's like I rode with the same guy for 3 years, and now I'm like, man, it's quiet in here. There's no one to talk to, and then it's like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you, So, I mean, I think you pick up on your surroundings a little bit more. And I think that actually comes more with time on the department. Because, I'm always paying attention to my surroundings. I'm super aware of what's going on. I mean, I could be going into Target or Walmart or the grocery store, and I'm looking around.
yeah, I was going to
So-
say that, is it started to bleed over into
Oh,
everyday
yeah.
life?
Yeah, it's the typical, you sit in a restaurant with your family, and I want my back to the wall and look around like my kids know Dad's going to sit over there, we'll sit here. I don't even have to tell them anymore. So
You don't do that?
What, sit with my back against the wall? Majority of the time, if I can.
I do.
Yeah.
Like if I go with my wife, my brother, my sister-in-law, they
Rachel,
wait till I sit down.
yeah,
Rachel still, every now and then, she'll just sit where I want to sit. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, Jane's done it. I just look at her. She's like, oh, seriously? I'm like, yeah. You going to stop him? Well, no. Then move. Know where all the emergency exits are, my escape path.
I'm not escaping.
Depends on what I'm doing.
I'm there for the fight.
Gotta get to cover, man.
Sometimes you don't have it, so take a bite of this shit sandwich. It happens.
True.
Usually a table next to me.
Be like Arnold and throw it up.
Yep. You put it over. Remember, bullets can't go through tables.
Well, if anything, the 80s movies definitely taught us that. Cover and concealment. They're
Right.
the same thing.
Shoots a light above them.
Mm-hmm.
Takes care of the problem.
Yep.
Big chandelier falls down.
Cut the right rope.
Mm-hmm. Since we're on that topic, how do you feel about cop shows? Do you feel about them as the same way that we feel about shows like Station 19 and Lone Star 911 and all that bullshit?
Yeah, no, I don't watch it. I don't even watch TV anymore. If I'm
Yeah.
home, I usually just turn on music and do something.
Yeah.
They do that a lot.
Yeah.
Or I watch old TV shows like Major Dad. It's on Netflix.
And you've mentioned that on the podcast twice.
Because it's awesome.
I'm more into the old movies or something like that. You know,
Well, I watch those too.
like my boys in baseball, so I'm like, let's watch Major League.
Classic. Dude, I cannot go home. Every time I go back to Louisiana and visit a buddy of mine, we'll sit down, and it's on TV all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But it'll be on, and we have to watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah, Major League's great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Ricky.
Yeah, I like the second one too.
Really?
Yeah. Third one, eh.
Yeah. The first one was just classic.
Oh, it was.
I mean, yeah.
Losing Wesley Snipes in the second one, though, that hurt.
Yeah, well, the whole premise for the second one was just kind of, I didn't like to see Charlie Sheen's character go like Wall Street.
Sell out.
Yeah. It's like, come on, man. That's what made the first one good.
First one's great.
Oh, it is. Did like, is it Randy Quaid?
Oh, as the fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was awesome in the second one.
Yeah. So.
It's too high. Too high.
What does that mean to? Well, the trajectory and the. No, the reason that I bring that up is because I watched Fire Department Chronicles put out a new green screen of himself yesterday with Station 19
I
at a
saw that.
high-rise fire,
I saw
and it was epic, dude.
It's jumping floors, man. Like, really?
And nobody questions why the fire went out of the building and then came back in just to kill the fireman. Yeah, so that's why I asked. I didn't know.
Backdraft was a good movie, though.
Documentary.
No, the real Backdraft movie.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
documentary. That's exactly how everything happens in the fire department.
Firefighters starting fires.
Unfortunately, that shit does happen.
Yeah.
There's bad apples in every basket.
Absolutely. It's no different than law enforcement.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know how deep we want to go with that conversation.
Probably not too deep.
Copy that.
I just wish we got paid to work out.
You guys don't?
Not no more. We did for quite a while. SWAT team, I got paid to work out. Get to work out 3 days a week.
Nice.
That was nice. I could do it on my own time.
I don't work out.
We know.
I'm good.
Yeah. Sure you are.
Coke. Cheeseburger. Coke.
Yeah, it's
Pepsi.
He's a Pepsi guy.
Let's see. It's blue and red. Rock chalk.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. His wardrobe consists of variations of the shirt he's wearing now and fire department apparel. Oh,
No,
but he did add
There's Harley stuff.
He
and
did
there's
add Harley Davidson stuff.
comic
too.
book stuff and some grunt style.
It's like before you guys were fighting. Obviously, you were a volunteer. I take it.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we were younger.
Mhm.
What was the big T-shirt back then? Was it like something Johnson Fire Hose?
Oh yeah, the Big Johnson.
Big Johnson, that's it.
Yep. I had several of those
I
T-shirts.
think I may have too.
Yeah, everybody makes fun of the graphic tees, but I think it's kind of always been a thing.
Oh yeah.
So, and it's that, you know.
I had a few of the Big Johnsons too.
Yeah. I think, you know, males typically from about the age of 13 until forever, they like that stuff.
I haven't grown out of it yet.
Yeah.
So before I came over, I was watching Futurama because I'm a nerd. And it was the episode where the men and women are fighting and they're on another planet. And the guys make a fart joke and laugh. And one of the girls goes in there, said something, and she goes, "Is that a fart joke? I don't find those funny." And it makes me laugh because here we are, adults, and I still have fart jokes. Because we never grow up.
Pull my finger.
I know that joke.
Well, I think that's part of, we talked about personalities of people that are attracted to our professions. And I think that's part of it, is we want to, we want to do the cool shit, and I mean, yeah, there's responsibility, but we don't look at it in that vein. It's, I'm going to go do that cool shit.
Right.
And yeah, I think that's part of it.
Mm-hmm. Somewhat. But you get, in any job you hang out with a bunch of like-minded people, really, too. And you make those fart jokes. Or inappropriate jokes. At each other's expenses, too. Because that's what we do.
I don't fart.
I was waiting for him to finish it.
There's got to be a punchline there somewhere.
No. My kids are like, Dad Fidels.
Because I remember years ago, there was a guy in your department. He's gone now. Went to high school with him. Graduated together. And I hadn't seen him in a while, so I'm on a call talking, and he was mad. I was like, "What's your problem, man?" He goes, "The suspect ran away." I was like, "So? It happens." He goes, "He had my handcuffs on him."
That has happened quite a few times.
So I started making fun of him, and he wasn't happy. But I wasn't the only one. There was like 4 cops there around just hammering the shit out of him. He looked like a dog that's been beat, though, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like, dude, it happens. Don't worry about it.
So immediately my question is, was a guy handcuffed behind his back?
Yes.
Or in front of him? And how did he outrun him?
So there was a car accident,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy had caused it and got out and was fighting him.
Mm-hmm.
So got him under control, put him in handcuffs, and then went to help the people that were in the other car because they were hurt. Dude got up and ran while his back was turned. Like, he did the right, in my opinion, he did the right thing.
Absolutely.
I don't know what department policies are, but as a human, you did the right thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although next time, take your second set and handcuff him to the fence.
Yeah, it's frowned upon.
Yeah, I don't know what the policies are there, but I could see how that would not be, kosher.
Yeah. You're in timeout, buddy.
Yep. Think about what you did.
Get to go clean gun cages or something. I don't know.
No.
Whatever you guys' timeout is.
Yeah, it ain't that.
Well, that's what it was in the movie SWAT. So,
No. Not real life.
yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty good movie.
Pretty much he lives his life by just sitcom advice. So,
It's worked so far.
yeah. And I believe everything I see in movies is correct. So,
Never wrong.
nope.
I mean, we can make bullets curve like the Matrix.
That was wanted. Come on, man.
Nice attempt. I'll give you a B+.
Nerd right here. I'm
I
a
don't know
nerd.
my movies. I ain't gonna lie. One of the guys I work with, that dude can quote every movie. I'm like, how do you remember all this stuff?
Yeah, we used to drive our captain crazy whenever we worked together. Because it would just all day, back and forth across the kitchen table. He'd just get up and leave the room.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah. So, but we've had that conversation. And that's why I brought it up earlier. Hollywood, by and large, has done such a disservice to both of our professions with the stuff that they put on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Because people don't know. I mean, they think they know what we do on a day-to-day basis, but they really don't. And by them putting that out there of, hey, this is what they do. I mean, people that don't know, they kind of believe that shit. It's like, no, this is not how this works at all. And what they're doing will get you killed. So,
Yes.
yeah. It's frustrating.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm off my soapbox.
I mean, how many cop shows are there? Yeah, out throughout the, just think about it since the 90s, how many cop shows there have been?
The only cop show I like is Chips.
Chips was
Classic.
awesome. I still watch
Classic.
Chips. Seven Mary 3.
I did love that show. I didn't get to watch it very much, though, because, we only had one channel.
You're a poor kid, I know.
I grew up in the country, man. We had an antenna. We didn't have satellite. Antenna only brought in one channel, so that's what we got.
Yeah, but down there you could fish and hunt.
Yep. Spent a lot of time outside.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Speaking of hunting, I just saw this earlier. They just busted somebody down south of us, a group of out-of-state hunters with 470-something squirrels. If you're going to poach animals or go over your limit, squirrels? Really?
There's a lot of squirrels here.
That's like, what, one hat?
Maybe.
Half a helping of stew?
Now you need 6 squirrels for squirrel stew. And you need at least 8 for fried squirrel and rice.
Yep, now I'm hungry.
I like squirrel too. I'm not gonna lie. I can't make the joke. I like squirrel too.
I'm ready for deer season.
Oh, I was wanting to do that this year too, but I just haven't done what I needed to do to get ready for it. So
Stands are up.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Do you bow, rifle, or both?
Bow. I don't gun hunt.
what is this where I insert the cop not being able to shoot joke, or do I wait for that?
I was a sniper on a SWAT team for a year, so it's a little more fun.
Right.
Sounds morbid, but it's more up close and personal if you're bow hunting.
Yeah. I
Okay.
watch Andy Stomp's podcast. He was a Navy SEAL sniper, and yeah, he's like, I don't really gun hunt because it's not a challenge.
Yeah.
So-
I like bow hunting. I mean, I use a compound bow, but I'm not using the long bow or recurve. I've tried shooting that. Mm-mm.
Use an atlatl.
Nope. No,
Hey,
bow
man.
hunt's fun.
I miss Top Shot.
Well, it was a cool show.
It was the Atlatl. That made me think of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really. Actually, the guy that's going to be on after you, he's like a hunting guide. That's what he does.
What's his name?
Uh,
Well, I get to meet him.
yeah. It's Zach Pugh, and he's a former Marine. So, but he runs. It's mostly bird stuff. So.
Does he have dogs?
Mm-hmm.
See, now I need to hook up with him.
Yeah.
I've never hunted over dogs.
Yeah.
That's one thing I want to try.
So in Louisiana, and I think they changed it recently, within the past couple of years, we used to run dogs to hunt deer. So that was interesting and fun.
Yeah.
Very redneck.
Sounds it. I would love to hunt over a dog. I think it'd be great.
Yeah. It's fun.
I wouldn't mind doing it.
Dude, I'd say I've seen some of the gnarliest wrecks, not on the department, doing that shit. I mean, I've seen dudes like roll their shit, it be on its side, get out, and everybody run over there, push the truck back over. Okay, he's crossing the next clearing, let's go, and just take off. Yeah, it's that kind of Wild West cowboy bullshit.
That'd be fun. That'd be really fun.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great time.
You've seen the videos of the guys that had the dogs in the truck and they're chasing coyotes through the field?
Haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen any of those?
Uh-uh.
Oh, man. And they get close to the coyote and they slam on the brakes, hit their little button, opens the door, and the dogs are off. Chase down a coyote. I'm like, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You know, another thing I want to do,
Hog hunt.
hog hunt in Texas.
You do it right here.
Not with a helicopter and a minigun.
Well, it is Texas. That'd be fun.
I've been on hog hunts, but
Oh yeah.
not in a helicopter.
Yeah. I've been on plenty of hog hunts. My neighbors growing up had hog dogs, so that was always super fun.
Did you see in Vegas you can pay to ride a helicopter and shoot targets?
No, I didn't see that.
My brother sent it to me not too long ago. Like, man, we need to go to Vegas.
That would be freaking fun.
It's a little expensive, but I'm like, yeah, but I'm either going to go do that or I'm going to go spend it at the casino. At least if I do that, it's fun.
Yeah. I'm not a big casino guy, so I don't gamble. I don't even play the lottery.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah.
I like playing cards, but not for the gambling aspect of it. Just for the sitting around bullshitting aspect of it more than anything else.
Hanging out's the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Making fun of each other.
Yeah, I had to play cards to do that.
Dude, it's just one of those things. Just hang out, play some poker, spades, whatever. Hearts, gin rummy, pinochle.
Go fish.
Phase 10. I mean,
Uno.
no, that starts fights. That's like Monopoly. That's a Monopoly of card games.
Yes, it is.
Is that what you guys do at the firehouse all the time?
I haven't played cards in a long time.
I played cards like my last 5 shifts. We started at my old station, then whenever I got promoted, and we played pretty much every night. Just kind of one of those things that everybody's into right now. So it'll be ping pong for a little while, then it's cards, and then it's bags or washers or whatever.
You ever done the horses?
Huh.
That's a lot of fun. It's kind of hard to explain. I won't explain it here, but it involves dice, and
Yeah.
you can win a lot of money, and you can lose a lot of money if you play for money. And it's like a quarter a turn, too. It adds up real quick.
Yeah. I'm not
But it
real
involves
big.
cards and a horse board, stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm not real big on like dice games.
Yeah. It's like all 3 in 1. It's fun.
That just seems confusing, much like craps.
No, honestly, I it seemed confusing
Yeah.
to start, and then once you play, you're like, oh, okay.
My dice game's Yahtzee, I guess. That's kind of
Yes.
that's my speed.
Yeah.
You play dominoes every once in a while. I like doing that.
Yeah. Never been a big dominoes guy.
That's
like
fun.
standing them up and knocking them over.
Yeah.
I do that too, but
Stack them in a straight line. So you were a sniper on the SWAT team for a year.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was doing when I left for K9.
So what's that qualification?
One of our snipers left, and they put the 3 of us that were interested. They put us through a little competition, and whoever shot the best got the spot. Stressful.
I can imagine.
But even qualification as a sniper is stressful. You got to run and do push-ups and get your heart rate up, and then go lay behind the bolt and 100-yard shot, 200-yard shot, and it has to be perfect.
No.
So
Yeah, I wouldn't think that you guys would be shooting at like extreme distances, but
not here.
yeah. So they didn't send
In
you.
training, I've shot out to 700 yards, which it's part of the stuff that I wish I would have learned. Because the whole giant elevations and distance, and
Yeah.
learning how to read a scope with the mil specs in it and all that. And
Yeah.
dialing in your dope, and I don't know how to do any of that. It's up close for us here. So
Yeah.
I wish.
Kentucky windage.
Yep, I got it.
Yeah. It's one shot, Chris. It's not walk it in.
Gotta use a suppressor, man. Those things are quiet. They take all sound away. Didn't you know?
We didn't have that stuff back then when I was on.
Oh, you just take a 2-liter bottle of soda.
It was done in the movie.
Oil can also.
Yep. Done in the movies.
Yeah.
It's got to be true.
Sorry. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm hungry.
Oh my goodness.
Patty needs to eat.
Well, proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. So you had plenty of time to get something before you came over here.
No, I didn't. My wife just got home.
Like I said, you had plenty of time to get something, not to wait on her to cook for you.
No.
Or you could be an adult and make your own food.
No, it's her turn to cook.
My guess
You're a
is it's
firefighter. You guys cook all the time. You have to
Oh.
know how to cook.
not that guy.
Not him.
Tuna fish and mac and cheese together. That was his idea of gourmet.
Guess who never had to cook again?
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
It's
it
delicious. Screw
No.
you guys. It's delicious.
It was awful.
It's like in the morning on my days off, I go to the grocery store. There's always a fire truck at the grocery store.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you guys.
Somebody can cook.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just proven time and time again, it's not me.
Somebody always volunteers to cook. Not that they can.
So if they cook, that means you did the dishes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd rather cook than do the dishes.
Doing dishes never bothered me.
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't mind doing dishes. I'd actually rather do dishes at the fire station than cook.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's I don't know. It's stressful. It really is. Because, if you get interrupted with a call, you can ruin the whole meal. And then if you ruin the whole meal, guess who's taking a beating for the rest of your career? It's going to be this guy. So, I mean, there's a lot of pressure.
I just picture it's the Chicago Fire. Remember? The new guy always got stuck cooking. Is that true? New guy always gets stuck cooking?
I would say
No.
they usually help, but they're always, can you cook? No. All right, you're cooking type
Yeah.
thing, but we don't really, because we don't want to eat a bad meal.
Yeah. It's more
So-
of you take the new guy under your wing and show them how to cook, and that's part of it. You start them out like
Mac and cheese and tuna fish, huh?
Well, no, you start them
No,
out
you do
with
that
like
on purpose. That
yeah.
way you don't have to cook anymore.
you start them out like cutting the vegetables or something like that, and you're like, okay, we're making this, and you show them how to make it, and then, hopefully they remember that, and then down the road, that's something they can prepare too. So, I have like 2 things that I cook. That's it. So, and if it was up to me, we'd have smoked ribs and chili. That'd be the only thing that we'd ever have at the station. But some people like to have more than that.
Don't look at me. I'm good with, with those two. Throw a hot dog in there every once in a while, or a brat. Yeah, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, brats and burgers. That's the staple. If you don't know what to cook at a fire station, that's it. Brats and burgers get you by every time.
I could live on that.
Tater tots or French fries.
Or chips.
Mac salad, potato salad.
You just buy that pre-made.
Yeah. We're not going through that kind of effort.
You guys are missing out.
Make the muffalata sandwich. I like that.
TV, they always cook good dinners for fire at the fire stations. It's got to be real.
I mean, there's some really, really good cooks. There are.
Yeah.
I've had some phenomenal meals, and I've had some shit meals. It is what it is. Not everything's a winner.
Yeah. How does that work for you guys? You guys got get a lunch break, or is it you just got to grab what you can grab?
What you can. There's always downtime for the most part. Quick Trip hot dogs are delicious.
Yes. I may or may not have seen several of your colleagues there.
Yep.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's the hard part in that job because it's like, if you don't meal prep, then it's like, where am I going to eat?
Yeah.
It's always something easy, so.
Yeah, I would think it's kind of similar to people that spend a majority of their time on the ambulance. It's kind of a similar thing of you just kind of got to grab what you can grab when you can grab it.
Right.
So, which unfortunately is not great for your health.
Yeah, no. I'm paying for that right now, so.
Sorry, that was my dad. That one I'll respond to. He says hi.
When you come in to visit,
Yeah.
we miss you.
What about your guys' training? Like, you guys got to do training every year?
No, we don't have yearly training. We just have things throughout the year that we do. Most of it's at a company level. You kind of come up with what you got, what you want to do, and learn. And like, you get 4 to 5 guys. You have 5 people assigned usually, depending on like a rescue has 6, or I have 7.
Yes.
They have 7 assigned. They carry 6. We got 5 assigned on bumpers and trucks. You keep 4, but you just kind of come up with what you want to train on. Whether it's weekly, monthly, daily, kind of up to you. Not everything's always physical. Sometimes you go over your policies or EMS protocols, stuff like that, and then the department will do some yearly stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're gonna do that. For
like,
now,
so they come out with like new Jaws life equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah. So anybody who has the tools, so you got the spreaders, you got the cutters, you got the ram, and we got some new ones that are battery powered, and then we got the hydraulic ones still. But yeah, they'll go. The people that have those tools will go do some training on it.
Yeah, but
that kind of
that's
stuff.
Still at a company level, but I mean, and it depends. Each battalion has different needs. So, if you're downtown, you need to be proficient with high rise. Not that everybody doesn't need to be proficient with high rise, but you're downtown, that's a majority of your calls are going to be in high rises. So you need to know about elevators, standpipes, how to fight a high rise fire, because it's not the same.
Right.
It's different. Other places in the city, you have big giant houses, so you're worried about different things. And then other places, it's smaller houses but narrower streets, so you're worried about that kind of stuff. Okay, we have a bunch of big intersections in our district, so we're going to work on car wrecks, and it just kind of varies by district and even down to the company level. But company officers are typically more responsible for the day-to-day training, and you probably should train on something every day, even if it's just a tabletop discussion of, hey, if we have this situation, this is what we're going to do, or what do you guys think about this, and get feedback from your guys. Battalion level training is a little bit more involved because you've got several stations that you have to include in that, which happens, that's not every day. Once a month, once every other month, whatever it may be.
How often do you guys get to go down and do your burn house?
Never.
Really?
In the academy, that's it.
I think you guys I would thought you guys would be down there twice a year.
Nope.
Some of that's a money issue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cheap to use, and materials and all that.
Yeah. And I say never, but I've been down there several times, but it's never on a consistent basis. It'll be like, we'll do it this year, but won't do it for 3 or 4 years. And then, okay, well, now they'll run everybody through. And I mean, I'm sure you guys have the same problem that we do. We're such a massive department. You pick one training, okay, we need to run everybody in the department through this evolution. Okay, well, that's 2,000 plus people, and we only have this much material. How are we going to do that? So, it's comes down to money and time, and then you're taking resources out of the field for training. How does that impact, actual emergency calls? I mean, we've seen it negatively. People can die because you have a company all the way across the city doing training that if they hadn't been doing that, if they would have been in their district and been able to respond, maybe those people would still be alive because they would have been there instead of the next in company coming from so much further away.
Right.
And time matters. I mean, that.
Yeah. It's like for us, we do, we have in-service training every year, so it's either 2 or 3 days of training. And then other SWAT team guys, the proactive guys, they're the ones that cover the field for the shift that's not there.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just assumed that's how you guys did it.
Yeah. Well, we don't have that specialty,
Right,
that
right, yeah.
we don't have that resource
Yeah,
that
just
we can
never
draw
thought of
from.
it. I just assumed.
Yeah. No, whenever we take companies out of service to go do training, there's a hole. So,
So it's like you guys don't even go up there once a year and run the maze.
Nope.
Never would have thought that.
Yeah. So unless it's done on a individual company level, that they say, hey, we're going to go do that today and set it up. No. Because, like I said, department-wide trainings, while we do have them and we have them every year, it's something different, and it's such a massive undertaking.
Like, you talking about the maze, you can still do that at the station. Like, you can still put your gear on, put your mask on, not go on air, but you can still black your mask out, turn all the lights off, and crawl through the station.
Right, but you don't have the studs or the tunnel or the wires hanging, and
You can simulate a lot of that
you
stuff.
can simulate it.
yeah.
So, like, whenever I first came on, and I was doing my OJT, I actually did that at one of the stations I was at, and took the hose, extra hose off the hose rack, kind of wrapped it around the bumper of the pumper, and just spaghettied it all around, ran it under the foosball table and around all this other crap, so you had those obstacles. Like, it wasn't just a straight line through the bay. And we did a drill. And I mean, there was value to it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the point of the drill was, hey, we want to make sure that if something goes bad in a fire, how to get out, how to follow the hose line out. So it's knowing which end of the coupling is what, and which point's out and which point's in. So
I think I still remember that. Mel goes in first. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
You guys
So-
still teach always go in, go to the right, or either go to the left?
That is
No.
dependent on the structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people always... Now, there are people that do go one way every time, but most people just look at the house and what the report was of people being trapped and where's the fire, what's survivable. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it when you hop off the rig and you look real quick.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff going through your head.
I mean, TV, you should be able to see where you're going.
Yeah.
Right, because that's how every fire is. Whenever you go in, you can stand up, you can just see everything. I don't even know why they gave us thermal imaging cameras.
I don't know why we have air packs.
Yeah,
Go back to the old hip boots.
No. Pass on that. Can you go back to like Emergency where you watched Emergency, right?
Mhm.
Did you ever watch it?
not really.
So did you ever notice that during the day if they had a fire, it was bunker coats, gloves, helmet, and air pack? That was it. At night, they wore their bunker pants.
Never noticed that.
I never noticed that either.
Yeah, go back and watch.
Apparently, fire doesn't burn your legs during the day.
No. I guess not. Something I noticed, I'm like, that's really weird.
I just remember the old hip boots. They're sexy.
I think Chicago wore those up until pretty recently.
Yeah, they had them for a long time.
Yeah.
Tradition.
Yep. No. I'm out. I'm out on the hip boots.
Keep you guys safe.
I like my pants.
I like all my safety gear.
It's important.
It is.
Just like I like my vest. It's important.
Don't leave home without it.
How heavy is that thing?
It ain't that heavy. It's just uncomfortable. You get used to it.
Just doesn't bend in the right places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even. I've worn them several times. Just I can't imagine sitting in a car with them on.
And if they don't fit right and they're up too high, it's like gag yourself in the car.
Yep.
I do like the new ones how they're on the outside.
They're a lot more comfortable. That's what
That
I wear
looks like
now,
it.
So
And you have a bunch of pockets for all your accessories.
got to accessorize.
Got to look tactical.
Yes.
It's my bullet knife, my bullet pen, and my cell phone holder.
Got to have that special pouch for your phone.
Yeah, and for snacks.
I don't carry snacks.
You don't carry snacks for your
No.
dog?
They're in the back. He's got some dog treats. It's not peanut butter.
I wasn't going to say anything. I mean, I had several thoughts in my head, but
It's definitely peanut butter now.
yeah.
You're too, like I said, it's not peanut butter.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Creamy, not crunchy.
Imagine he's got the mixed one. It's got the jelly in it.
Goobers.
Yes, goobers.
Yeah.
That's probably the
stuff's
he's got back
delicious.
there.
Wow. I saw that the other day at Target whenever we were shopping before Rachel left town. She had to make sure that I had supplies. Peanut butter, bread, water, chips.
Since he's regular toilet paper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Think we did buy some toilet paper. Splurge for the 2-ply.
Gotta have the 2-ply. I'm at the point now where I bring my own to work. I'm getting ready to.
Yeah. I support that.
I'm tired of that 1-ply crap.
It's in ours too.
I mean, you get a piece that's 40 feet long, fold it all up, and your finger pops right through. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Got to wad it up more.
It doesn't matter.
Dude, you just need to learn how to fold it correctly. You can't wad it. It's got to be...
Fold it back and forth, make it real wide, and then come back.
Making a snowball over there.
Baby wipes are your friend.
Yes. Especially there.
Yeah. So is that another reason why you guys are at Quick Trip all the time, too?
I ain't going to Quick Trip.
That's the one place I would go.
I don't like taking off my gun belt in public like that. I need to go to a secure facility.
I get that. You can always come to the station.
I have gone to a couple stations.
Our doors are open. You guys are always welcome.
I've hung out with you a couple times.
Mm-hmm. Make some coffee and got extra food.
Always been food.
There usually always is food. Unless you're at one of those stations with a bunch of keto health nuts, and then snacks are short supply.
Back when we used to fill up the Bear and the Bearcat.
Yeah.
You know what station I'm talking about?
Mhm.
They were always, you guys want something to drink? Want something to eat? We'll feed you.
Well, yeah, because whenever we need you guys, we want you there ASAP.
They, so like, we have special tones on our radio. I'm assuming you guys have tones too. So like, you know,
Mhm.
you got to,
All of our tones are the same, it's just the length of them.
Yeah.
And the,
like if you're inside doing interior attack and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
get everybody out. You know, it's a special tone. You guys know that the
Yeah.
longest one or the air horn's going off. You know, the same thing with us.
Yeah.
I tell you, when they put out the assist for you guys and the medics, it's the same response. We're coming.
Yep.
So
those are good ones.
usually when it's you guys involved, it usually is a good one.
See, what had happened was...
When you get the same look, and so we ran a call the other day with the cops. They were fighting a lady on the highway. She's on PCP, and there was 3 guys on her, and they were whipped. Apparently, they've been fighting for 15 minutes. Because we come walking up, we're like, "Hey, what's going on?" They start getting yelled at. Get over and help here. Like, oh, my bad, dude.
Yep.
Call for assistance sooner.
Well, see, and we had no idea.
Yeah.
It was just, and they didn't even tell us they were fighting or anything. They said overdose on the highway. Okay. So
Get the Narcan ready.
kind of assumed it was going to be PCP because it was on the highway, and then the highway shut down, but wasn't 100% sure.
Been a few of those.
I miss running the PCP calls. They were fun.
They're awful. Absolutely awful.
Depends on which one you get.
Nope. They all suck.
Oh, not all of them. The one where they fight sucks. The zombie
Yeah.
one's fun. Where the one where they're happy and giggly.
Yeah, those ones. Yeah,
Those are
totally.
great.
Yeah, but like,
When they're fighting, you're like, man.
and they're naked. No.
Yep.
They're always naked.
This person was
Awful.
naked. Naked.
Nope.
It gets hot, man. Gets hot.
Terrible.
Yeah, I don't like the naked ones.
That was one of my favorite dog bites, though.
The BCP'er.
Nope. Naked.
Share if you can.
I'm telling you right now, if I was ever being chased by the cops, which I never would, just so we know it's on record, never would. They said we're getting the dog bite. Nope.
I got news for you. I'm coming out too. I know what they do.
Give me the cuffs. I got this.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not messing with a dog. Yeah, he's got me in the dick. He's got me in the dick. He's got me in the dick. I'm like, it was just me fighting the guy, and I'm just like, well, he's going to stay on that for a minute until I can get you in handcuffs. But yeah.
I was working on the ambulance one night up north of here, or actually it would be east of here. Some dude had broke into like the community pool house or whatever in a neighborhood.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly who the dog handler was.
Yeah. It's like, you want to go to the hospital? No, just take me to jail.
Because you guys did take him. You took him to North?
Yeah, I think we
North.
did end up taking him.
North. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Took him to that hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Ran that one off over by the bar high-end area
Mm-hmm.
downtown.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was your dog, honestly, that bit him because we ran the dog bite. I got all happy. I was like, hee.
Which one?
It was down just south of the shopping district
Mm-hmm.
where they were in the big houses.
Mm-hmm.
It was 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. I think it was your dog because I remember the guy was crying the blues about being bit and all that. I was like, dude, you ran. I don't know what to tell you.
I've had a few.
I mean,
Kinda
the
run
dog
together.
the dog bit him good. I won't lie. I kind of felt a little bad, but at the same time, like, did this to yourself, dude.
Well, as our friend who is not here would like to say, there's the consequence bus.
Yes, and he wrote it that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. You made the bed. You got to lay in it.
Yep.
Well, that's something that's lacking in our
Yeah.
society.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's what makes the job hard.
yeah, I can imagine. Because it's never their fault.
Nope. Yeah. I'm not going to go there.
Oh.
Yep.
When are you getting promoted?
Never.
Why not?
I'm stupid.
Me too. That's why I'm not getting promoted either. For us, it's a lot of studying, and yeah.
I don't speak well. Either. I think that hurts me. Especially when I start rolling on a script that I've memorized. I start talking real fast, and then I'll start stumbling over my words. I'll get a little stutter every once in a while. I cut words off. I put them together.
Is it a process for you guys to get
Yeah.
promoted?
Yeah.
You take a written test, then you take an oral test.
So
And we'll see what happens in the next process.
I think you'll be fine.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Same way.
Just is what it is.
I just can't stop working my dog. That's the bad part. We
Yeah.
get promoted, we're done.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Because you got, one sergeant over your whole...
We have two.
Two.
Day shift and the PM shift. And if I got promoted, I'd want to go back, and chances of that happen are slim to none, because
Yeah.
those guys ain't leaving.
No, why would they?
It's the best job on their department.
All right. Well, Scott, thanks for coming on the
Absolutely.
show. We appreciate it.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it has. Especially since he was the butt of most of the jokes.
It's a nice butt.
If your wife says so.
She tells me I'm pretty
Uh-huh.
and I'm handsome. I could text her right now. I should tell you that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'll give you you're handsome. I mean, we are related, so.
It's in the genetics. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Like we close every show, if you are struggling, there are resources out there. If you know somebody that's struggling, don't be afraid to reach out. Talk to them. Show them that you give a shit. So we'll see you next time.